I am the Galactic Emperor.
Alright, welcome back. This is the 20 Saiyans versus Frieza. I changed the screen layout because I wanted to show more of what is happening, especially when the fact check come in.
Frieza, and today I am surrounded by 20 villains. My first claim is of every sovereign to ever draw breath. None have ruled a collective with my level of perfection.
You are not a true leader, Frieza. You are a mascot.
Calling me a mascot while dressed in that glorified life support system is almost impressive in its irony.
I have followers
Life support is crazy. Alright.
who fear and respect me in equal measure. What you have, Frieza, is a fan club.
My followers are terrified of me. Every waking moment of their miserable lives is spent hoping they don't displease
You
me.
pander to them. They offer a sliver of loyalty, and you reward them with comfort, resources.
I don't know if I recognize all the villains back there. I recognize the two on the left. I think I recognize the one in the green. But the one that's the other one there that's wearing the suit, I don't think I know which one that is. Let me know what you guys think. Put it in the comment.
A place in your empire. My followers obey because the mere thought of defiance is enough to stop their hearts. The only thing I give them is permission to keep breathing.
What are you talking about? I destroyed the homeworld of every soldier in my army. I reduced everything they ever loved to ash before I offered them a place at my side.
And yet the words, "I surrender and pledge my service," are all it takes to transform you from conqueror to caretaker.
I do it because a living weapon is more useful than a corpse, you asthmatic relic. I erase their past so I can own their future.
Just to give him free high-tech housing in one of your planets.
I am perfectly willing to execute any one of them the moment they...
Well, he's not wrong about that high-tech stuff, because from what I've seen on the Frieza domain, Frieza planet, they have a lot of high-tech stuff. Even from those small little pods that they're flying.
Step out of
We
line.
both know that's not entirely true. I have done it. I have executed those who failed me, to ensure others do not.
Which only proves my superiority. I don't need to enforce discipline. They don't cross me because I have built a structure in which crossing me is simply unthinkable.
There is no structure, Frieza. There is no line. Your soldiers do as they please, so long as the mission is completed. You call that an empire. I call it a loose arrangement of shared interests. It is soft.
Call it whatever you like. It works.
Fear works better.
No, it doesn't. When you give them stability, they perform better. When you treat them well, they become loyal. They will risk everything for you. They will come back from the brink of death for you.
Am I hearing this correctly?
What?
The self-proclaimed embodiment of cruelty just admitted that loyalty built on devotion is superior to loyalty built on fear.
That is not what I said.
You said it is better when they care about you than when they merely fear you.
That is not what I meant.
You want to be admired, even loved.
Say love one more time, and I will unplug you myself.
Well, they're both making good points. And I'm pretty sure Frieza is, if not one of the most powerful that's in that room.
Anyone here truly fulfilled his grand design, it was me.
Weren't you erased from existence by, like, a discount Power Ranger?
I won. Reality itself had to be rewritten to take that victory from me.
It doesn't change the fact that you had 14,604 to 14,605 chances to win, and you still lost.
You can't talk to me about chances when you've been given chance after chance. You were literally brought back from death just to lose again.
I don't know why everyone sees that as a failure. My resurrections aren't a weakness. I see them as proof of my superiority. Even death can't stop me.
You're really proud of dying, aren't you?
How many times have you been revived?
Irrelevant. The point is that I completed my goal. I gathered all 6 Infinity Stones. From all across the universe, you weren't even able to gather 7 Dragon Balls from 1 planet.
Perhaps I struggle because I contend with gods who erase planets as a warm-up, while you're busy fighting a man in a metal suit, a guy with a frisbee, a gymnast, and an archer.
Are we doing power scaling now? I'd strongly advise you to think carefully before going down that road with me.
Why? Do you...
I don't know if the power stones that he have will combat Frieza at least fast enough. I don't know about that.
think you can beat me?
I think I could remove you from existence with a gesture.
Pathetic. Invoking the stones is the same as me saying I could wish you out of reality with the Dragon Balls. It's a borrowed power, not yours. The weapon doesn't make the wielder impressive.
Except you never had the Dragon Balls.
And yet, without them, without your glorified jewelry and your color-coded bedazzled gauntlet, I could dismantle your entire empire with a single finger. Not even 2.
Honestly, if I had been humiliated
Well, he's not wrong. We've seen the power of Frieza quite well over and over.
as consistently and as thoroughly as you have, I'd probably have used that finger on myself.
I am the most...
Wait. What? All right, let's go.
successful villain to ever draw breath. That isn't a claim, it's a fact.
I simply want to know what exactly you're the most successful at. Dying?
Wait, who is this? I've never seen this villain before. It's probably from an animation that I haven't watched. Yeah. I probably don't remember or something.
That's very clever coming from the Timu Cell. Dying repeatedly and still maintaining dominion over my universe is precisely the measure of my success. Even death couldn't hold me. We can't say the same for you now, can we?
I died after I succeeded. You died after you failed. The order of operations matters.
If you're prepared to call dying of nuclear poisoning success and surviving a planet's destruction failure, then I'm forced to conclude that, unlike your body, your intellect is perfectly ant-sized.
I would have considered you one of the few as accomplished as I am, if you didn't prove otherwise with your own actions.
My own actions? Fascinating. The King of Insects is speaking in riddles now. Do enlighten me. Which actions exactly?
We are more similar than you think.
Oh,
The King of Insects. Is he actually the King of Insects, or is that something Frieza is saying?
I do. You were plagiarized from a character who were created to replicate me in the first place. You are the copy of my copy.
We were both born more powerful than everyone in our worlds. But the difference is this. You never once felt like you were enough. You chased external power your entire life. And when that failed, you started training your already superior body just to stay ahead in the rat race. I didn't. I was born perfect, so I perfected the mind. I reached enlightenment. You don't even know who you are.
Enlightenment? Having the potential to rule your world and choosing to die with an ugly blind girl is enlightenment to you? Humph. If delusion counts as wisdom, then yes, you truly are a king. But remember this.
Good points. Book had good points. I must say, I'm gonna have to check. I don't know what the name of the anime is. If you guys know, put it in the comments. I'd love to check it out.
Your story ended the moment you understood humanity. Mine
You change your
continues
goals,
because I never
identity,
needed it.
and even personality every time you fail. You're not successful, Frieza. Your ignorance makes it impossible for you to succeed. And that is why you'll never surpass me. You can conquer worlds, but you'll never conquer yourself.
You know what I think the actual problem is?
Enlighten me.
This whole labeling system. Good, evil, right, wrong. It's small. It's a human invention. built by people who needed a way to manage those who were better than them. And you just accept it. You let them put you in a box built by your inferiors. Why?
Because I don't need to pretend those words don't apply to me in order to feel comfortable with myself. That's your game, not mine.
But they don't apply. That's the point. If you are the strongest, then you determine what those words even mean. You don't answer to a standard you didn't author.
Above consequences? Certainly. Above definition. That's a much more charming fantasy.
It isn't a fantasy. If you shape what the world looks like, then you shape what actions mean. There is no higher court. There is no standard above the one you set.
How amusing. You claim to reject the opinions of the weak, yet everything you're saying is built around rising above them. Even now, you're constructing a system where you are loved, which means you still care what they think of you. Unlike you, I don't.
Peak greatness is having everything. Everything. Power, control, fear, admiration. I don't pick and choose like you. I want it all. Even the things that contradict each other. I don't need their love. I just want it. I want to be the greatest being in existence. That's what puts me above
You
all
are
of you.
desperately trying to wrap yourself in divinity, using the very human approval you claim to be above. To want everything and its opposite is not greatness. It is insecurity, refusing to choose what it truly is.
Oh, Frieza, I'm not even sure you qualify.
We have a Joker in here too. I didn't even know that the Joker was gonna be there. So if Joker is here, then the Batman must be here. And if Batman is here, is Superman here? Alright, I could go on for days about this. Let's continue.
As a villain.
Is that so? Would you like to compare records? Number of people killed? Or
Actually, what am I saying about Batman and Superman? This episode is all about villains.
number of times we've been killed? I think you're the only one in this panel I can beat on both counts.
Because what you do is the opposite of villainy. True villainy is chaos. You create order. As far as I'm concerned, that makes you a
I don't
hero.
create order. I create a hierarchy. One that places me above everyone else, so that I can extract everything they have to offer. That is the oldest game
But
in
no matter
existence.
how self-serving the hierarchy, it's still structure. It gives people a system to orient themselves around. Landmarks, roles, something to adapt to. You're out here doing civilization's dirty work for free.
I don't care what it gives them.
And that's exactly where you fall short of real villainy. I'm not in this for personal gain. I do what I do to tear apart the false meaning, the manufactured happiness that people wrap around themselves like it's going to protect them. That's a purpose. You're just running a business.
And you think rejecting hierarchy gives you some kind of superiority? All it tells me is how terrified you are of where you'd land if any real order were imposed.
Well, Joker is making some good points, I must say, but Frieza has his points as well. So this is a good conversation, good debate. If you're familiar with any of the backgrounds of these characters, then you'll be able to draw context to get a good idea of where they're coming from based on their language disagreements and agreements.
You rage against the system because you know exactly where the system would put you. Deep down, you dream of being exactly where I am.
No, you're the one who's terrified. You've constructed an entire empire to distract yourself from the fact that you are dust in a world run by a 5-year-old that could erase you out of boredom. You built all of this just so you don't have to think
That
about
doesn't frighten me in the slightest. It thrills me, because I know, with complete certainty, that sooner or later, that power will be mine.
And that is exactly what I'm trying to burn down. That hope, that belief that if you just keep climbing, it'll eventually pay off. It won't. Even if you get everything you want, it collapses. it always
So you
collapses.
figured it all out, and now you're on a mission to make sure everyone else sees it too. Tell me, how is that villainy? You're not destroying people, you're trying to enlighten them. At the end of the day, you're just another misunderstood idealist who wandered into the
I'm
wrong
not interested
costume.
in good or evil. I'm a reality enforcer. The truth exists whether people want it or not, and I make sure they can't look away from it. If you were in...
Well, you know, in all the animation that we've seen, or the movies, cartoons, the Joker, somewhat before he was a villain, he was just like a regular person, and somewhat he see the world in a different light, and it pushed him to be that way, or he chose to be that way. And for some reason, it always seems like he present that idea of having a silver lining, or seeing reality for what it is.
my world, I'd enforce it on you too, because you clearly still haven't seen
Oh,
it.
I've seen it. I know perfectly well that everyone is scrambling for meaning in a universe that doesn't offer any. The difference between us is that I don't feel the need to run around announcing it to people. I use it. I take the existential void and I build my empire on top of it. Why would I wake the masses up? A desperate population is a manageable one.
Which makes you one of them. You're playing the same game everyone else is, and to me, that's more pathetic than the ones who don't know any
You're
better.
welcome to keep the moral superiority. I'll take the empire.